Hey everyone, it's been a minute, but are you ready to revisit Menace 2 Society? We're curious to see what the cast is up to these days. It's been a long time since 1993, so get ready for a look back at how they've changed. We'll have then and now photos, their real names, and ages. Hit that subscribe button and see if you still recognize Kane, O-Dog, and the whole crew. Let's go. Number 1. Tyrin Turner, as Kane. Kane walks a tightrope between loyalty and morality. He operates by a personal code of honor, even if it bends to fit the harsh realities of his world. Unlike some of the more ruthless characters, Kane draws the line at hurting kids and the elderly. This compassion adds depth to his character, hinting at a conscience that struggles with the choices he makes. Despite being involved in robberies and violence, Kane seems to carry a heavier weight than his peers, suggesting an internal battle between the life he leads and the decent person he might have been under different circumstances. Tyrin Turner has carved a successful path in Hollywood, showcasing his acting talents in a diverse range of films and television shows. Early in his career, he appeared in dramatic series like Chicago Hope and New York Undercover, establishing his presence on the small screen. His film debut came with Menace 2 Society, a movie that set the stage for his future success. He also took on roles in the television special What About Your Friends and the TV movie Soldier Boys. Turner continued to explore dramatic territory with films like Panther and The Method. He also displayed his versatility by taking part in the musical drama Belly, featuring Earl DMX Simmons. Over the years, he has appeared in numerous projects including Little Boy Blue with Ryan Philippe, Crime Partners, and When a Woman's Fed Up. Most recently, he even ventured into writing, contributing to the iHeartRadio Music Awards. Kane was played by Tyrin Turner when he was 21 years old, and now he is 51 years old. Number 2. Lorenz Tate as O-Dog was a loaded gun, a hair trigger waiting for the slightest provocation to unleash a torrent of violence. The liquor store owner's offhand comment about his mother became the spark, igniting a firestorm of rage that left 2 innocent lives extinguished. He moved through life with a chilling amorality, like a shark in a human suit, devoid of empathy for the collateral damage left in his wake. Yet, within this cold exterior, a twisted sense of loyalty flickered. Handsome, charismatic, and emotionally expressive, Tate acted in LA Community Theater before making his TV debut on an episode of CBS's 1985 revival of The Twilight Zone. Early on, he appeared on shows like 21 Jump Street, Matlock, and The Wonder Years, building his experience on the small screen. He even scored a role in Oprah Winfrey's miniseries, The Women of Brewster Place. But it wasn't all lighthearted drama. Tate's feature film debut in the Hughes brothers' Menace 2 Society was a powerful and disturbing portrayal of a violent teenager. This role showcased his ability to handle complex characters. He continued to impress with diverse roles. In The Inkwell, he played a young man grappling with social issues and sexuality. He then reunited with the Hughes brothers for Dead Presidents, portraying a disillusioned Vietnam vet. His career continued to flourish. He co-starred in films like Biker Boys, A Man Apart, and the Ray Charles biopic Ray, where he embodied the legendary musician Quincy Jones. Television success followed with a supporting role in Dennis Leary's firehouse drama Rescue Me. He then went on to star in shows like House of Lies and Rush, showcasing his talent for both comedic and dramatic roles. Most recently, he took the lead in the science fiction thriller Beta Test. Lorenz Tate's career is a testament to his ability to tackle a wide range of projects, solidifying his place as a respected and versatile actor. O-Dog played by Lorenz Tate when he was 18 years old, and now he is 48 years old. Number 3. June Kyoto Lu as grocery store woman. Another day, another dollar. The grocery store woman sighed, the weight of the world settling on her shoulders like a bag of overripe mangoes. She knew this neighborhood, the rumble of distant sirens, as familiar a sound as the clatter of shopping carts. She wasn't here to judge, just to keep the shelves stocked and the cash register humming. But sometimes, amidst the stale air and flickering lights, you couldn't help but wonder, was there ever going to be anything more? The grocery store woman, a silent observer in the grand drama of the streets, a testament to the resilience of the human spirit even in the face of hardship. Kyoto Lu was an actress who founded her entertainment career success with roles in film. She also appeared in the TV movie Special Bulletin. She had a part on the television special About Love. She worked in television in her early acting career as well, including a part on Maz H. Her passion for acting continued to her roles in projects like Yellow and the Evelina Fernandez comedic drama Luminarias. She also worked in television during these years, including a part on CSI Crime Scene Investigation. Lu most recently acted on The New Normal. Grocery store woman played by Kyoto Lu when she was 44 years old, and now she is 77 years old. Number 4. Toshi Toda as grocery store man. The grocery store man knew this dance all too well. The mumbled threats, the desperate glint in the young robber's eyes, a reflection of a life circumscribed by violence and despair. He wasn't just a shopkeeper, he was a witness to the toll this environment took on everyone around him. As the robbery unfolded, the fear in the grocery store man's eyes wasn't just for his own safety, but for the lost potential staring back at him from the other side of the counter. He was a tragic reminder of the human cost of a community ravaged by crime, a man simply trying to make a living in a place where even the most ordinary transactions could turn deadly. Toshi Toda was a big screen film actor known for powerful performances. In the beginning of his acting career, Toda starred in comedies like the Jill Clayburgh film It's My Turn and Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me with Max Parrish and Adrienne Shelley. He worked in series television while getting his start in acting, including a part on Mad About You. In the early 2000s, Toda devoted his time to various credits, such as the Adam Sandler and Winona Ryder smash hit Mr. Deeds, Just Married with Ashton Kutcher, and Elektra with Jennifer Garner. He also worked on The Honeymooners. In his more recent career, he tackled roles in the Adam Sandler smash hit comedy Click, the action film Crank with Jason Statham, and Letters from Iwo Jima with Ken Watanabe. Toda most recently worked on the Hugh Jackman box office smash action flick The Wolverine. Grocery store man played by Toshi Toda when he was 50 years old and now he is 81 years old. Number 5. Samuel L. Jackson as Tat Lawson. Tat Lawson wasn't your average corner hustler. Sure, he dealt in shadows and secrets, but there was a certain elegance to his brutality. He was a man who demanded respect, and disrespect was a currency he didn't accept. One wrong word, one missed payment, could mean a world of trouble. But beneath the icy exterior, whispers swirled. Was Tat a ruthless businessman or something more? A question left unanswered, a mystery that hung in the air as thick as the cigar smoke perpetually curling from his lips. Samuel L. Jackson, from D.C., didn't exactly have a smooth ride to Hollywood. In college, he got fired up about social justice and even got in trouble with the law for protesting. After college, he moved to New York to chase acting, but drugs slowed him down for a while. Things started to turn around in the late 80s when he teamed up with director Spike Lee. He landed roles in movies like School Days and Do the Right Thing that got him noticed. He also popped up in funny movies like Coming to America and even a gangster flick called Goodfellas. His big break came in 1991 with Spike Lee's movie Jungle Fever. He played a guy hooked on drugs and got amazing reviews for it. That's when his career went into overdrive, with him starring in blockbusters like Jurassic Park and Patriot Games. He kept working with great directors like Tarantino again in movies like Jackie Brown. He even became part of the Star Wars universe and played Nick Fury in a bunch of Marvel movies. All along, he kept doing action movies too, like the new Shaft film. He even teamed up with Tarantino a couple more times for movies like Django Unchained. Tat Lawson was played by Samuel L. Jackson when he was 45 years old, and now he is 75 years old. Number 6. Anthony Johnson as Tony. Tony's a small character, but an important one. Even though he doesn't have a big part, the scene with Tat Lawson shows he's not an idiot. He gets the whole street smarts thing. He doesn't owe Tat money, but he pays him off anyway after things get heated. He knows it's better to play it safe in this neighborhood. This movie is all about what life's really like in South Central LA, and guys like Tony are a big part of that. They show the violence and how tough it is to stay out of trouble. The actor, Anthony Johnson, did a great job making Tony feel real. He captured the humor and the seriousness of what these guys go through every day. Johnson's father, Eddie Smith, was a stuntman and a co-founder of the Black Stuntmen's Association, which paved the way for Johnson's entry into the film industry. His early career was influenced by comedian Robin Harris, who mentored him and gave him opportunities in stand-up comedy even after initial setbacks. 1. Johnson began acting in his early 20s with his first significant role as Eazy-E in the 1990 film House Party. This led to a series of roles in the early 90s, including a part in Lethal Weapon 3 as a drug dealer and in Menace to Society as Tony. However, it was his portrayal of Eazal in Friday that brought him widespread recognition. His character, a comical crackhead and thief, became iconic and is often quoted by fans of the film. Throughout his career, Johnson appeared in various other films such as Panther, The Players Club, Baps, I Got the Hookup, and Def Jam's How to Be a Player. He also made appearances in music videos, notably playing Sleazy-E in Dr. Dre's Dre Day and in Eazy-E's Real Motherfucking G's. Johnson's personal life saw its share of challenges. In 2009, he experienced what was initially reported as a heart attack but later clarified as a panic attack. He was married to Lexis Jones Mason, and the couple had 3 daughters. Tony was played by Anthony Johnson when he was 27 years old. Sadly, Johnson died of multi-system organ failure stemming from chronic alcohol use on September 6, 2021, at the age 55, at a Los Angeles County hospital, after being found unresponsive in a store. Number 7. Brandon Hammond as 5-year-old Kane. Kane's a kid caught in a bad situation. He's young and innocent, but all around him there's violence, drugs, and poverty. It's like he has no choice but to deal with it all. He's curious about the world, but it's a pretty rough world. He really wants a normal life, with a family that loves him. You can see this when he hangs out with his grandparents. They give him some stability, which he craves. Violence is everywhere for Kane. He sees his dad get killed dealing drugs, and then his mom dies from heroin. It's no wonder this messes him up and makes him think violence is normal. Kane looks up to older guys like his cousin Harold and his friend O-Dog. He wants to be tough like them, and they definitely influence him. When Harold dies, Kane wants revenge because he feels loyal to his family. Brandon Hammond started acting at a very young age, appearing in commercials and public service announcements by the time he was 6. He quickly transitioned to film roles, landing parts in movies like Menace to Society and Waiting to Exhale. 1996 proved to be a breakout year for Hammond. He played young Michael Jordan in the iconic Space Jam and delivered a critically acclaimed performance as the voice of Ahmad in Soul Food, even winning an NAACP Image Award for his work. He also appeared in television shows like Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and landed the lead role alongside Gregory Hines in The Gregory Hines Show. Throughout the late 90s and early 2000s, Hammond continued to act in various guest roles and films. However, his acting career seems to have ended in the early 2000s. Instead, Hammond transitioned behind the camera. He attended Saddleback College and even had a student film, Summer Blame, nominated at the Newport Beach Film Festival. More recently, he wrote a short film called Amaru that won an award for Best Screenwriting in 2020. 5-year-old Kane was played by Brandon Hammond when he was 7 years old, and now he is 40 years old. Number 8. Plummer as Pernell's just another guy trying to make it in a tough neighborhood. This movie, Boys and the Hood, is all about how life can be rough in places like Watts and Crenshaw. People like Pernell are just trying to get by, dealing with violence, poverty, and not having many choices. The whole movie feels real because the characters are real. They mess up sometimes, they gotta make tough decisions, and they're just shaped by the world they live in. Pernell's no different. There ain't many good options out there, and that affects who you become. Keith David Plummer's path to Hollywood stardom wasn't paved with starring roles. He began his acting career with humble beginnings, taking on bit parts in television movies. However, his undeniable talent shone through, eventually landing him a role in the 1988 film Colors. This gritty portrayal exposed him to a wider audience and hinted at the diverse career that lay ahead. The early 1990s proved to be a breakout period for Plummer. His performance as O.G. Bobby Johnson in South Central garnered critical acclaim. This powerful portrayal solidified his place within the African-American film community and showcased his ability to navigate complex characters. He continued to impress audiences the following year with his role as Pernell in the film Menace to Society. This marked a turning point, demonstrating his versatility and his ability to handle challenging narratives. Plummer's filmography reflects a consistent commitment to genre hopping. He has seamlessly transitioned from high-octane action films like Speed to the controversial drama Showgirls. He has proven his dramatic range in films like The Day After Tomorrow and even embraced the horror genre with appearances in sequels like Saw 2. This impressive versatility is a testament to his acting prowess and his ability to adapt to any project. His talent hasn't gone unnoticed by the industry. He received a nomination for the Independent Spirit Award for Best Supporting Male for his role in Pastime, solidifying his place among his peers. Keith David Plummer's artistic vision isn't limited to acting. In 2014, he stepped behind the camera, taking on the roles of producer and co-writer for the horror film Teeth and Blood. This move highlights his desire to be involved in shaping stories from the ground up, adding another layer to his multifaceted career. From small beginnings to critical acclaim and artistic exploration, Keith David Plummer's journey in Hollywood is a testament to his dedication and undeniable talent. Pernell was played by Plummer when he was 32 years old, and now he is 62 years old. Number 9. Reginald Ballard as Clyde. The characters in Menace to Society aren't all good or all bad. They're just people trying to get by in a tough situation. Clyde's no different. He's got to be tough to survive in this neighborhood, and he sticks with his friends. But that doesn't mean he always likes what he has to do. Maybe he even wishes things could be different. Reginald Ballard's journey in Hollywood began in the late 1980s. He carved a niche for himself by portraying characters with depth and humor, quickly gaining recognition for his comedic timing. Television audiences know him best for his recurring roles as Brother Man on Martin and WB on The Bernie Mac Show, both offering hilarious glimpses into his talent. Ballard isn't confined to the world of sitcoms. His filmography showcases his versatility as an actor. He's played characters like Clyde in the gritty drama Menace to Society and a co-worker in the comedy Horrible Bosses, proving he can handle both serious and comedic roles. When the cameras stop rolling, Ballard enjoys stand-up comedy, performing at various venues. He also prioritizes his family life, residing in Pasadena, California, with his wife and 2 children. Reginald Ballard's career is far from over. He actively works as an actor, writer, and producer, consistently contributing to the entertainment industry. His dedication and talent ensure he remains a respected figure in Hollywood. From scene-stealing roles on sitcoms to diverse film characters, Reginald Ballard